Buenos dias, amigos, from
the streets of Mexico City.
Today is day 4 of our 100K for hunger. We are finally not walking on the Reforma, going a different route. Today's walk has taken us to the neighborhood of the colonia of Santa Maria la Ribera.
Yep.
What do we call it?
I call this Buena Vista, maybe because it's easier to say.
We do get confused between the boroughs, the colonias, the neighborhoods, and we're in Buena Vista.
We get confused a lot.
Buena Vista, the main thing here, which we'll show in a second, is the Kiosco Morisco. It was originally built for the 1884 World's Fair in New Orleans, and that was the Mexican kiosk they had there. Another fun fact, it was not a gift from another country. It was just built by a Mexican. I read that was a myth. It was originally in the Alameda. They had it in the Alameda Central in El Centro, and they moved that over here when they built the Benito Juarez monument. Super fun fact, I had no idea about that.
Even the logistics of moving it is a huge kiosco, one of the bigger ones we've seen.
I don't know, how do you move a kiosco? We are just 2 or 3 miles away from Centro. I know people come over here, mostly for the library, which we might go check out here in a minute, but
yeah, I think it is interesting. I think that everyone who knows Mexico City knows Roma, Condesa, Polanco, even Santa Fe, El Centro. But it's interesting to us, and really we're going to do our best over the next several weeks to really dig deep and visit some neighborhoods that are less known, because this is more sort of a peaceful, quiet neighborhood, which is different than those other places, and also way less known. And it's
people still come here and visit, and we're part of the problem too. We only film in Condesa, Roma. If we get crazy, we'll go to Roma Norte, and then maybe Roma Sur, and then Coyoacan. Everybody goes to Xochimilco. But yeah, and Buena Vista is known. We just want to go, comment below, let us know what neighborhoods in Mexico do we need to visit, what things can we show off that typically aren't on the tourist path. I think one interesting thing about Mexico City is every neighborhood is like a city within itself. So while we're in Mexico City, we're going to travel, but it's you don't have to travel that much. If you just go to the different neighborhoods, it's you're in a different...
And they are so different, each with their own
architecture,
vibe, feeling, sort of reputation, if you will.
Enough talking, let's show you around. In this kiosco is incredible. We've seen this before. We've shown it on a video almost exactly a year ago, but it is one of the big... At this point, we've seen a lot of town centers. We've seen a lot of cities and the colonia. We've seen a lot of kioscos in the middle of cities, but this one takes the cake. Plus, there's a Zumba class. Scoop-a-doo, pop, pop.
We have made it to Biblioteca Vasconcelos. We have made it to Biblioteca Vasconcelos. Phew. 409 25,000 square feet.
I tried to look up how many books were here, and I didn't see the exact number, but it's
a lot of books.
It's just almost
more books than anyone would ever want to read.
Almost as many tons of books as tons of beans and rice that you guys have helped donate.
I think it's interesting. This is actually only the second time we've ever set foot in here. The first time was one of our first days in Mexico City. This time I think we're a lot more relaxed. We're able to take it all in and appreciate it a little bit more than that first time. Libraries, the arts, theater, things like that realm in Mexico City are all mind-blowing. Like, this is it's such an incredible library that, like, yesterday we talked a little bit about the things in Mexico City and how some of the not as talked about attractions, if you will, are awesome on a world stage. And I think this library is one of those.
Case in point. Look at this.
It's awesome.
Think of a more unique library. There's a dinosaur behind me. Who just said off camera, like, it feels like the library's just hanging. It's like everything's just floating. It has a super magical feel to it. I think I said in our first ever video here that it felt like something out of Harry Potter, and it still does. It's one of the most unique libraries, one of the most unique things, period, we've seen.
Walking 100 kilometers in 100 hours to raise 100,000 pesos for Alimento para Todos, which is a huge food bank here in Mexico City that feeds over 60,000 people every month. Here's the crazy thing. You guys went above and beyond, completely crushed the 100,000 peso mark. We're actually within reach of doubling that mark.
Currently, we're at like 175,000 pesos. That's insane.
Pesos. So only 25,000 more pesos we have today to walk and tomorrow to walk. If you guys double that amount, here's what a couple figures look like. 35,000 pounds of rice and 24,000 pounds of beans. I can't even fathom what that would look like in person, but what I do know is this: that would feed a lot of hungry people in Mexico City. Day 4!
We got 12.7 so far today. The goal is 10, so we actually, 12.8. So we actually overachieved, and it's only 11. We're kind of cutting it short. We still have an entire day. We have to, our 100 hours finishes tomorrow at 11:05 a.m.
But who's counting?
Hear that? That's pretty much how I feel.
Tootie?
Just wrecked.
I agree.
Final thoughts on today, final thoughts on, or just thoughts on how everything's
Final
gone.
thoughts. Wow, we are approaching the finish line. You guys have blown our minds. We had no idea what to expect. But why would we expect anything less of a community like you guys?
No kidding.
It's awesome. It's awesome. You guys are awesome.
I apologize. Maybe we didn't have the best energy today. This video is probably not one of our best videos, but I think that truly reflects about how we feel. Hopefully we'll be in a little bit better spirits tomorrow. But I am, a fun fact for the day, we did learn, we all know that there are pueblos Mexicos here in Mexico, but there are also, Mexico City has designated barrios Mexicos.
Say what?
In Buena Vista or I forget the other name I read, is one of the Barrios Mágicos. So again, comment below, let us know what other neighborhoods we need to visit, how we can better explore Mexico City. We will more or less be in Mexico City for the majority of our time through Christmas. So we really want to dig deep and just get to know the city on a more intimate level, but we need your help.
Nothing new.
Tomorrow is the last day. We got this, amigos. Thank you so much for watching. Hillary's wiping her feet off over here.
Who's ready for a foot massage?
Ugh, smells worse than tripa. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Click the bell that we get notified
Every time.
we'll upload a new video, and we'll see you
tomorrow.
Where's my foot rub?
Oh God.
Where's my foot rub?
Ew! You can't show that on the internet.